It's Luke here. I hope you're all doing well, and the Premier League is back. And what a game to come back to! Our cup final, as they like to remind us, don't they, those boys over there? This is the game I love to win, but Jesus Christ, I hate losing it. I do. Let's be honest, and they hate losing it as well. Don't get it twisted. They hate losing this game. It is Tottenham. It is our 226th meeting as the two teams, big game, big game. The referee is Jared Giddett for this game. So they're in third. They're doing all right. They're in fourth. They are currently on 2 wins with 1 loss. Their recent form is not too bad. Obviously, they lost their last one to Bournemouth. I like Bournemouth, though. Bournemouth are a really good team. I wish West Ham played football like Bournemouth, to be honest with you. I like their power and their pace. No shame losing to Bournemouth. Before that, they beat Manchester City 2-0, which they seem to do every year. They are definitely Manchester City's bogey team. Before that was the 3-0 win to Burnley, which again, it's Burnley. You can't really judge them on that. And then obviously before that, their first sort of competitive game of the season was against Paris Saint-Germain, a game they drew 2-2 and then lost on penalties. They've had a good summer. They've obviously won the Europa League, which is fantastic for them. They sort of give them credit where credit's due. It's good competition, gets them back in the Champions League. They changed managers. Thomas Frank's come in. Again, a manager I like. I would have liked him to have come in at West Ham if we would have got a chance. Obviously, now that chance is gone. I don't know, is a man who's managed Tottenham ever managed West Ham? That would be an interesting one. I will go in the comments. Keep all the comments coming in, guys, and I'll pop back to the comments at the end, okay? So in the summer, players they got rid of was Son, obviously club legend, now left the club. Good price for him as well, 20 million to Los Angeles. Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg also left. Brian Gill left as well. Bought some fantastic players in. They tried for Gibbs White, they tried for Eze, but then they did get one of the men they wanted in. Xavi Simons coming, who is a really good signing for them. I like him. I liked what I see of him in the Euros. He's exciting. I hope you don't play the weekend, to be honest with you. Obviously, Kudus was their biggest buyer. Kudus and obviously Xavi Simons was 50 million as well. So both, between them 100 million. Kudus leaving was a big sort of knock for West Ham fans. Although some of us weren't too bothered, it was the fact that he went to there, I think, affected us more. It was, you don't go to Tottenham, you don't break that barrier. And he's had some good games and he's had some bad games. And that's the sort of player he is. He can have brilliant games where he looks unbeatable and, players can't touch him and he just bounces off of people. And then you have other games where he's frustrating. And Tottenham will see that. Who else did they bring in? They've also brought in, just looking at their big signings, Matthias Tell coming for 30 million. Other big signings, obviously on loan, was João Palhinha. Great signing, great signing, that one. And obviously last day of the window on loan, they brought in Rando Kolo Moane, the French international. Probably most known, for those of you who have never seen him play, most known for that World Cup final where he was through on goal and he shot it at Emi Martinez where he could have played the ball to the right where Kylian Mbappe was. That's my biggest memory of Kolo Moane. If I had to list what my biggest memory of him was. Looking at them, they usually play under Frank. They've been playing a 4-3-3 formation with Vicario in goal, Pora right back, Ramiro centre back with Mickey van der Ven, one of the best up and coming centre backs in world football. Jed Spence, who made his England debut this week, at left back. Sarr, Palhinha and Bergvall. Kudus, Richarlison, who's been having a fantastic start to the season, and Brendan Johnson up front as well. It's dangerous. Like I say, you've got Xavi Simons in there and Kolo Muani also that have come in since then. They've got players that can hurt us, pace, power, pace in defence as well. Thomas Frank, very direct style, likes to get the ball quickly to his forward players so they can harm you. Like I say, it's not going to be easy. In terms of their strengths and weaknesses, the strengths are listed as attacking down the wing. We know that. Kudus and Brendan Johnson. Creating chances through balls. Creating with skillful players. And protecting leads they're very good at as well. In terms of weaknesses, defending set pieces. Defending against long shots. Vicario, bit like Mads Anderson, really can be not very dominant in his box when it's set pieces or corners. Avoiding individual areas, avoiding fouling in dangerous areas, and stopping opponents from creating chances. Tottenham style players, they play with lots of whip, possession football, playing in their own half. They like to play the offside trap, and they're also very aggressive. Top goal scorer at the minute is Richarlison and Brendan Johnson, both on 2 goals. Last time we played them at the London Stadium last season was a draw, 1-1. Good point for us. But again, it was just 2 teams, both as bad as each other. Bit of a nothing game, 1-1. I went to the game on October 19th last year at the Tottenham Stadium, and that was awful. That was horrible. Horrible game. I don't ever want to experience that again, especially at their ground. We went 1-0 up with Kudus. And then it was just boom. Goal. We was quickly 4-1 down. But I think it was about 60 minutes, 65th minute maybe. Kudus lost his head, got sent off. Horrible game. Didn't like that game at all. Season before that was 1-1. Last time we beat them at the London Stadium, have I got that on note? Yes, I have. 2021, we beat them 1-0. That was last time at the London Stadium that we beat them. It's been a draw a few times. And we beat them 2-1 in the season before that. So yeah, it's been a while. We're due a win. We're due a win against them. Please let that happen. Like I say, loads of things have happened in there. The summer, new manager in Thomas Frank, Kudus in, Levy's gone as well. This is the first competitive game since Daniel Levy's gone. What sort of vibe and atmosphere that will have on the fans? If it was a home game, it could be real party atmosphere. I know a lot of Tottenham fans that are happy, a lot of Tottenham fans that are sceptical. So yeah, there's that to take into consideration as well. I looked at the records between the 2 managers as well. Potter versus Frank. So they've met each other 7 times in their career, and Frank has only beaten Potter once, with 1 draw, and Potter coming out the winner 5 times. Read into that what you want. In terms of Frank versus West Ham, Frank has played West Ham 5 times. 9 times. 6 times winner, 1 time draw, 2 time losses. Obviously, that's Brentford. Brentford were a bit of a bogey team for us. Again, something's got to change there with the managers. Either Potter gets the better of him again, or Frank carries on his run against West Ham. Potter against Tottenham, on the other hand, is played 9 or managed 9, won 3, drawn 1, lost 5. So again, very mixed records there. Looking at us, Fulkrug obviously picked up an injury in the international break. So we're down to Callum Wilson and Callum Marshall, and Bowen as sort of a striker there. Will we see Magassa's debut? I don't think so. I think he'll come on, but I don't think we'll see his debut. I don't want to see 3. I don't want to see 5. Whatever you call it. 3 at the back, 5 at the back. I don't want to see it. 4 at the back, the players seemed to know what they was doing, and midfield was more packed, and we was able to move the ball better. Bowen has to be on his right side because that's where he's best. That's where he scores goals. That's where he assists goals. I need to see 4 at the back, and then the midfield and the striking option is where it gets a little bit more complicated. I writ a team down. I put Mads in goal. I kick Carl Walker-Peters in because he's got to play his way out of the team. Wan-Bissaka's got to play his way back in. Kilman, Mav, and Diouf. Again, I would start more or less the same, but without obviously Fulkrug, so you have to have a little bit of a change. Fernandes, brilliant, so put him in. James Ward-Prowse, we know he's going to start. I wouldn't, but we know he is. Paquetá has to play because You know, he's back to his best now. Bowen on the right, Callum Wilson up front. On the left, I've put Somerville. Again, would I prefer Somerville to potentially come on as an impact? I don't know. But, you know, he's had an extra week now to get his legs and get his fitness up even a little bit more. I'd rather start him. And then if he does tire, you take him off around the 60th minute. I think Guilherme potentially is back as well for this game. So you go like for like. If you take Somerville off, you can bring Guilherme on. I'm hoping as well that if there is a chance, you know, for an attacking substitution, one of the first ones will be Callum Marshall. There's no one else. There is no one else. There is no one else that he can play there. There is no one else. So if I do see some substitutions, I want to see Guilherme, I want to see Callum Marshall. And then, like I say, if Magassa doesn't start, you bring him on. But yeah, it's do I think we can win? If we play like we did in that 10 minutes and we pop it about, we have that bit of pace and he doesn't revert to 5 at the back, we can give him a good game. It's a London derby. You know, we owe them one. We owe them a game, but they're going to be up for it. They've lost the game. You know, they want to get back on it. What does play into our hands a little bit is that Champions League game that they have on the Tuesday, I believe. Or it's either the Tuesday or the Wednesday, so some of that might be in the head. You know, they've got a decent level squad, but it's not massive. You know, one injury could mess it up. You know, a Van der Ven injury, a Romero injury, or one of them forward players get injured. It's a little bit sort of where it's like, ooh, you know, the squad's not as perfect as it was. I don't think we will win though. I'll be honest with you. I think it could be a tough day. I think we might lose 3-1. I'm quite worried about the game, actually. I think Kudus is an absolute banker to score. Brennan Johnson likes scoring against us as well. Richarlison's in good form. Xavi Simons and people like that. I think the midfield battle's interesting. Paulinho, you know, the old head Portuguese against the new young pup in Fernandes. That's a good little battle, that. The two centre-backs are very good. Romero's obviously a proper nasty little one. And you've got Van der Ven, who's the pacey, classy one. It's going to be tough. But I think we're going to lose 3-1, sadly, guys. And that's horrible to say. It's really horrible to say. And I hope that's not the case. I really, you know, I want to see us win that game. Right, comments before I go. What we got? Knowing us, mate, we're more than likely to turn them over. I hope so, mate. I hope you're right. They're right up Bayern with regards to transfers and loans. Kudus thumbs down. Oh, say Benrahma. Hello, mate. Not hopeful for the weekend at all. 1-0 loss on the cards with Kudus scoring. And it will be a game that we play well, which glosses over some of it. Part of me feels hammering. I do, mate. I feel exactly the same. I'm worried about hammering. Listening to Potter, we have to manage Wilson's minutes. So will he go back to 5 at the back? I personally hope not. If he does, he's making a rod for his own back, because if it goes wrong, after it going wrong so many times, and then it going right with 4 at the back, I have no sympathy for him, and I'll be digging him out massively if he does go to 5 at the back and it goes wrong. Goes to 5 at the back and we win, who knows? We're live tonight from 8:30 p.m. If you want to jump on, mate. I'll try to. I'll see where my missus is, see what time she gets home. And if I can, I will. If not, it's definitely in my diary, mate, to come on your show. You know, with a young daughter and stuff like that. My missus is a nurse. It's all like just bitty, the hours and stuff, what I get free. But I'll definitely come on at some point, mate. I'm not Rayleigh based. I'm very close, mate. I'm in Benfleet, Hadley, if you know that area. I'm in Hadley. So not far at all from there. But yeah, that's it really, guys. Let's hope we win. You know, keep it going. Really, I would have loved the game to have been last weekend. You know, we would have been coming off a big win. You know, tails up. But yeah, if with that little gap, it just, you know, gives Tottenham time and it gives us time to not have that momentum, you know. We'll see. Dad says, same situation for me, mate. Yeah, I know it well. I worked in Rayleigh on and off. Yeah, nice place, Rayleigh. Nice place. Right, I'm gone. Thank you, guys. Got my new shirt today as well. The new one. I only got it because I like the colour. I think it's a really nice colour, this one. It's quite smart, isn't it? And obviously as a PE teacher, I'm allowed to wear football shirts. Anyway, come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know what lineup you want to see. Let's go.